Hey guys, I'm Nick and welcome back to the channel. Or if you're new, please don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date with all of the latest Star Trek news on YouTube. So today we're talking about episode 5 of season 4, Star Trek Discovery. We've got the trailer for this episode to have a look at, and we've also got a sneak peek scene to have a look at from the episode. So let's get right into the trailer and see what's coming up in the next episode of Star Trek Discovery.
It's gone.
The current heading of the DMA puts it right at the edge of the impact zone. It's inhabited primarily by the Akali species.
So in this first part of the trailer, Burnham mentions the Akali species, which was last seen in the Star Trek Enterprise episode Civilization. It's the one where Archer and Trip and T'Pol go down to this planet that's like pre-warp. They've got these little marks on their foreheads. I think there was a love interest situation there between Archer and this woman who was like a apothecary or dealt in various different remedies and so forth. And I think there was some sort of issue going on with a hidden power generator or something, some underhanded stuff going on by one of the other members of the race. Anyway, it was a while since I've seen it. But yes, it's good to see a species introduced in Star Trek Enterprise come back in this episode of Star Trek Discovery.
We've got to get everyone off-world before then.
I've asked Ruan Tarka to advise us.
I've studied your work extensively. So much to admire and improve upon.
And it looks like the Discovery has a consultant on board, and it would appear that this guy is a bit full of himself. Going to be some significant butting of heads going on. The actor who plays this role is Sean Doyle, who's no stranger to science fiction. You guys would remember him as Ehrenreich from the other sci-fi series, The Expanse.
This is a Federation mission. No one will be left behind.
You have got to be kidding me.
And it looks like Burnham and crew need to evacuate this planet. There's some people left behind, and there's all manner of security and booby traps and sentry droids and things that are in their way having to do the evacuation. As we're going to find out in the sneak peek scene coming up later in this video, we get to, I'm guessing, do a bit of a prison break situation.
Great science was never accomplished with caution.
I do not believe that you are considering the risks as seriously as you should.
Well, that was something.
And it certainly looks like that our character here is going to be butting heads with Saru, or at least roaring in his face. But Saru can give as good as he can get. And also good to see Jet Reno, which we haven't seen for a while. She's back in this episode. Hopefully we'll be seeing a little bit more of her now that Tilly is off at Starfleet doing a bit of teaching. Maybe we'll be getting some more screen time with some other good characters from the show that we don't get to see too often. Okay, so now we're going to have a look at the sneak peek scene for this episode. We obviously get a sense of what's going on in the trailer we just saw in terms of the evacuation of the Akali from their homeworld to keep them safe from the DMA. But it would seem that there's a little bit of picking and choosing going on in terms of who is saved and who isn't from the sneak peek scene. Let's take a look.
Captain, I have the magistrate on comms for you.
Put him through. Magistrate, I'm Captain Burnham of the USS Discovery.
So it appears that Bryce is not heading up the communications desk. It would seems we've got Lieutenant Christopher back again. I'm not sure what Bryce is up to. He seems to be doing other bits and pieces going on recently. And it's good to see the Akali species back again from Star Trek Enterprise.
Thank Draylen you're here. We sent off all available ships. They held scarcely a quarter of our population. All the rest are waiting. They've begun to panic.
I'll send a team down to assist. We will get everyone out.
So it certainly seems like an interesting premise. We've got to evacuate the population. Only a quarter of their population can be housed on their own ships, so we need a bit of help to get these guys off-world. I'm not sure what the status of their space fleet is, but obviously back in Star Trek Enterprise era, these guys were a pre-warp civilization. So based on the fact that we're 1,000 years into the future, they've obviously got ships, but probably they're not as extensive as what the Federation and Starfleet has, obviously.
Captain, we are seeing 6 life signs beneath the North Dome generator. They are remaining stationary, far from the evacuation point.
Are you aware of these individuals?
Of course, they are the examples.
So these examples, it would appear, are the criminals or the non-law-abiding members of the society. So it seems like there's obviously a bit of picking and choosing going on here in terms of who gets evacuated and who doesn't.
Records show it is the colony's prison.
They need to be evacuated immediately.
Why? They're criminals. 6 offenders chosen to demonstrate the costs of misbehavior. An Emerald Chain tradition. It has proven most effective in preventing crime.
So it seems like we might be getting back to some sort of original sort of Star Trek sort of style storytelling here with the whole ethical dilemma of who gets saved and who doesn't get saved. We save the law-abiding citizens, we leave the criminals to die. Sometimes the best episodes in Star Trek are these ones that kind of shine a light on, you know, various social and ethical issues and so forth. So this episode could be a good one.
It doesn't matter who they are. They don't deserve to die there.
This is a Federation mission, Magistrate. No one will be left behind.
It's too late. The prison is automated, and the few who know how to run it fled hours ago. The law-abiding among us await you.
Mr. Saru, assemble a team to help with the evacuation.
So it certainly seems like a big part of this episode is going to be the whole evacuation of the criminals from the prison and getting past various security measures and probably you know, gun emplacements and robots and droids defending the prison, and how you know, evacuate a large percentage of this population, but also not forget about the people who maybe haven't made the best life choices. It was cool to see at the start of this trailer all the various different planets that Stamets was scanning to track the course of the DMA. We've got everything from Denobula, Wolf 359, Benzar, Andoria, Tau Ceti, a lot of familiar names there. Also, this prison seems to have a very elaborate defense mechanism with these beetles or bugs that seem to be able to turn themselves into spinning saw blades, which looks pretty deadly. Obviously a massive deterrent for the prisoners not to escape. And fantastic that with the absence of Tilly being our usual comic relief character, we get to see Jet Reno back into the show again, and she's always a great addition to the cast. Can't wait to see her and Stamets sparring over various different theories of how to solve the DMA problem. Hopefully this will be a good episode. I think the premise is there for your classic Star Trek story of ethics and morals and how to do the right thing and what the right thing is to do and who you save and the good of the many outweighing the good of the few and all that sort of stuff. That always comes into these good stories of Star Trek, the whole many versus few debate. Looking forward to this week's episode, guys. Leave a super thanks if you're able to. It really helps the channel out. If not, like and comment as you do. Share and subscribe this video if you haven't already done so, and please check out my merch in the merch store where you can pick up some cool Star Trek t-shirts, hoodies, mugs, caps, all that sort of stuff. Really helps and always a bargain there. And I'll see you guys very soon for my next video. Catch you soon.